Welcome to episode 21 of the Painting Experience podcast. On the podcast, founder Stewart Cubley explores the potential of the emerging field of process arts and shares inspiration from his ongoing workshops and retreats. In this episode, we're doing something a little different. You'll hear Stewart giving a live, interactive talk at a recent Painting Experience workshop. It's an overview of how painting for process can awaken our spontaneous intelligence, including examples from some of the participants in the room.
We call this workshop Awakening the Creative. So there is this awakening aspect in this work. And it's not like something that you have to learn. It's already there, but it needs to be awakened, or it's gotten a little rusty, or we haven't used it, or it got buried at a certain point. And so we have to set up the conditions for that awakening, and one of the conditions is not giving you a direction. Because then it puts you in this soup. You're faced with what you do, that what shows up in the painting, you're faced with that, and there's no measuring stick. There's no one behind you saying, oh, do it this way, it'll be a little bit better. And there's no comparison going on. And we even ask people not to make comments on each other's work. So you're left in this open space without any evaluation. And for me, that's a necessary condition for this quality of awakening. And what is it that awakens? That's an interesting question. What's the possibility here? I was talking to Alexis last night, and you said something like, I'm not sure, I don't have any drawing, I can't draw, I can't paint, this is not my thing. And I was telling you, it's not about painting. It's not about drawing. We're using the tools, but it's about something else. It's about awakening this spontaneous intelligence that everyone has. We had it as kids. And recognizing that we have access to it, that it's still alive, and that it can actually support us and function in our life, and that it goes way beyond painting. It's not about the painting. So the painting is a tool. And if you look at it that way, then you settle in and you realize I don't have to be an artist, I don't have to learn technique, I don't have to have it look good. It's more about this experience of awakening this spontaneous aspect of our consciousness. When you do that, it's very satisfying. There's something completely mesmerizing about that. You'll find yourself at some point in the week just unable to unglue yourself from your painting. You just keep looking at your painting. You feel so connected with it. So our interaction with you is going to be to support you to stay in the soup. And staying in the soup means being willing to not know where you're going, and be willing to not draw conclusions about it. And I was thinking of my conversation with you last night, Edie. Can I say a little bit about our conversation? Sure. About the tree? It's something that comes up a lot. She had painted this painting, and there's this big tree in the middle. And then you told me, I don't like this tree. Sort of like that, right? I don't like this tree. So it's interesting. How do you handle that? What do you do with those moments where you really don't like it? Do you cover it up? Do you fix it? Do you get rid of it? Do you take it off the wall and start another painting? Do you burn it? By the way, everything has happened. It's all happened, especially here at Esalen. So I said, Evie, if you look really at that tree, our first reaction is to say, I don't like it. The tree, that's a problem, that tree. But if you actually look at it, what's really going on is that tree is making you feel a little strange. Yeah. Right? And you acknowledge that. You said, yeah, it makes me feel weird. That strangeness is the condition for this awakening. Could you tolerate feeling a little strange this week? Because you see, if you don't take the strangeness and shut it down by judging the tree and getting rid of the painting, but you're willing to tolerate the strangeness and be intrigued, then things happen. Then you can approach the tree with a different quality, with a kind of openness. You might find things in the tree. Very often when we don't like something, it's because it's calling for more. It wants more. And we shut it down by saying, oh, I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. And this happened with you a bit last night, Derek. You didn't like what you were doing.
It sucked. Yeah.
It sucked. One of my favorite questions when somebody tells me their painting sucks, could you make it suckier?
Oh, yeah.
See? That would be easy. But you see, then you're giving it another chance. And you're finding that what you're judging as bad actually can give you a lot of joy. Sometimes people say it's ugly. I'll say, could you make it uglier? And they'll say, no problem. I could really make this painting uglier. That's easy to do. Too chaotic? Could you make it more chaotic? So give it a chance. That's why we work with the completion process, because the completion process is a chance to go deeper with what you're doing. And very often, when we want out is actually a portal for another dimension. And especially when you want out really badly, it often means there's something afoot. And it's really close. Very often when you feel like you want to get rid of something, that it means there's something really close to happen. So you can see this is a process way of working with art. It's not about finished product, looks good, interpret it, what does it mean, am I making progress? It's not about that. It's, for me, much more interesting because it's your actual internal experience as you're painting, your engagement with your own creative process, your own sense of daring to trust the mystery and the unknown that we have within us. This is transformational. This work is transformational. You're coming up against your own difficulties, your own blockage, and your willingness to stand in and to let the door open again and to break through into a new place is going to change you. It's bound to change something. And I can't really predict what that'll look like. She's worried about what it's going to look like.
You can learn more about the painting experience and find a list of upcoming process painting workshops by visiting our website at www.processarts.com. If you enjoyed what you heard today, please share it with a friend. The theme music for this podcast comes from Stefan Jacob. We thank you for listening and hope you'll join us again soon.